It's going to be about every single move needs to be like the correct move. Like a TA into a TB game, like it is so hard to play into, and we'll see. I am just trying to double check the pub stats of Terrorblade into Templar. Yeah, it's pretty weak for TA
grim for
there.
TA, yeah.
Yeah, but TB also has a 39% win rate in pro matches.
Ugh.
So TB is also pretty bad in pubs, but in this game, it's quite mighty.
Yeah, no, definitely a strong counter pick. Puck does give you some sort of magic damage to threaten him with, burst him down, so we'll see what they're able to do. Also worth mentioning as well, there is a Grimstroke in the game, so definitely an opportunity to go for this Aghanims on FNG, maybe even rush it if you want, and make a copy of that Terrorblade of your own. That can do absolute work in the right situation, and could catch Nightfall off guard in the late game. Save, moving up to the bounty rune here. Knight.
Okay, will he preemptively deadshot this? If he does, then that would be goated.
Nope.
Oh,
I'll never have any idea he was there.
just imagine if he deadshots that and just gets the kill. That is just like intuition at like the max.
How do you even click that rune without auto-attacking?
I think he would just die.
Yeah, maybe he didn't even click it. Maybe he just sat there waiting for them to leave.
I think he just sat there. It was more like they brought everybody, right?
Yeah.
To be fair, that is the rune that if you get top rune for free, normally one hero walks up by themselves to go, free bounty rune. So it's a cool play to make, and of course a lot of patience from Knight not to.
Yeah, 100% of us and us watching would have gone for the rune, accidentally auto-attacked and died, so shout out Knight. Would have been a hell of a way to start the game after we're saying he needs to be aggressive but careful. And then, yeah. Definite discipline. So, let's take a look at our lanes. In the middle lane, we've got Puck versus Storm Spirit. Always a decent matchup for the Puck. I mean, honestly, lane's kind of even, I think. It's more about the rotations and counter rotations. GPK hits 6, and then Puck hits 6 and gets a leash. We'll see how Squadix is able to do in the middle lane. Yeah, any more comments on mid, or are you ready to move on?
Yeah, we can stay on mid for a second. I think this is very much a who can get the active runes style matchup. Like when you have Kunkers and these boring heroes in mid, you don't care as much. But when you have two high damage dealing, spell casting laners, it is going to be who can break from lanes first. And I'd probably give the edge to BetBoom just a little bit. TA does need someone's hand to hold the entire time, and a Terrorblade not so much. So the position 5s probably will be the key components in that rotation. And yeah, you already see bot lane Nightfall muscling up into the DK and the Willow, not really caring too much about what they have to present themselves.
Meanwhile, on the bottom side, we've got Nightfall playing the Terrorblade. He's, of course, preempting from but up at the top side, I mean. Killed. Yeah, Save and Pure able to chase down FNG. Easy peasy. Just got a little bit separated there, moving across. And yeah, finished off. So, I mean, that'll be the first blood as well, going to Save on the Muerta. Not like the greatest hero to get it, definitely would have preferred it on Pure, but nevertheless, Muerta can get a couple of early stat items maybe and start to deal a little bit of extra damage. Always a pretty big
also
threat.
Not opposed to Save just going for the, just get these mana boots and spam your spells, right? I think with Spirit Breaker in your lane, Spirit Breaker wants to spam charge to farm, but he has like no mana to do it really. He could do 3 charges and he's out of mana. So I think if Muerta can get a couple more kills in the lane, it will just really unlock Spirit Breaker's ability to do as he sees fit.
Indeed, indeed. And he will do what every Spirit Breaker player sees fit. And that is charge anything in sight. We are down the bottom side, of course. Nightfall. He's the light switch hero. When he pops Metamorphosis, it's very scary. Notice can't come near him. Have to back themselves away. When it's not, then we've got a lane on our hands. John Totoki, obviously, on the AA. Not the strongest combo here. You've got nothing really to combo up with the Cold Feet, so he's just going to go for the Chilling Touch Ice Vortex build. I like it when Pos 5s aren't too stubborn. I feel like a lot of 5s just go Cold Feet anyway on AA, even if you don't have any kind of slower lockdown to play with. It just never really looks that good. Still good area denial and forcing heroes to move, but you're just not going to get the damage off. And with a TB, you need to make sure that you're covering his weaknesses when he doesn't have this Metamorphosis going.
They do that just by kind of shoving the wave in, right?
Yeah.
You can never really go on us if your wave's on the tower and you're having to react. And
yeah.
That's laning coming out from BetBoom.
Yeah, and another thing going for the Ice Vortex build this game as well is that when Nightfall inevitably leaves to go jungle, he can just hold the lane with Ice Vortex on. Maybe not hold the lane, but at the very least make it harder for Notice to just passively push it in and deal damage to the tower.
It is probably my favorite build on AA, I feel. Because even when you go for the Twin Gate, just throwing down one like level 2, level 3 Vortex on top of the enemy carry whilst they're getting gone on, it's just enough. You're basically just veiling up at like minute 5, minute 6.
Wow, this is aggressive. This is very aggressive. Notice, they're just chasing him under the tower here. Surely this isn't going to work out. No, Notice is going to survive. But
and top lane FNG dies as well.
And they do. BetBoom finding the early aggression. And sure, they don't get kills on the bottom side, but Notice it's going to take a while for him to heal up and get back into this. But with the creeps under tower, maybe that'll help out. I'm not surprised about this usage of Metamorphosis, honestly. Oh, Notice.
Just keep bullying.
Jesus, it's so much. I mean, he's got that wand, he's got the Lotus as well, so definitely not as low as he looks. As over towards the middle lane rotation in. FNG's looking to be the one in trouble here as Save has counter-rotated upon him, and we'll be able to click him down. As Squadex, you've got to be careful as well, my friend. Sure, GBK is low, but Save is ready to go. 19 wand charges available as Sayo in the bottom side, getting bought low by Toronto Tokyo, but they do bring down Nightfall. They catch him the moment that Metamorphosis ends. They jump on top of the TB, and they get that kill as Save. Looking to try and finish off Squadex here, but can't quite do so. Needs to land that dead shot on him when he doesn't have the phase shift or Waning Rift available. Meanwhile, Toronto Tokyo finally falls down on the bottom side. Knight falls back, looking to bring down Sayu, though, and should be able to click him down. 1, 2, 3, he's gone. Nightfall gets himself something in response, and it always feels pretty good. You know, if you end up dying and then you just run back into lane and you spawn... Whoa, he finds him! Oh no, did he get caught out by the silence from the Muerta? Yep.
Yeah, every time you look somewhere, just another kill is happening, and it's just VP that trying to be so aggressive, but then
we wanted action. We're getting action is up on the top side as well. Knight being chased. Toronto Tokyo wants to keep going, but Pure does not.
Oof. But yeah, I think VP they're trying to take the fight so much, and in doing so, when they get brought low, then BetBoom is able to turn it around, right? And I think Terrorblade dying, but then walking back and getting a free Willow kill, it kind of recovers the entire death, right? Just getting some
it nullifies it. Yeah. He's doing fine, honestly. Net worth looking good, CS looking good. Being chilling in the bottom lane. Top lane, Knight. He's starting to get some pressure put on him. He's had a good time up until this point, but if they can start to pressure him now, then his game will start to suffer. Of course, TA always a hero that can go back and hit jungle creeps relatively easily, so...
Already a like 1 to 2k gold lead for BetBoom. It's kind of fluctuating between it, and it's mainly because of Stormset, right? You're on 1,000 gold over the top. Pure is trying to go on Knight a little bit, but
these teams, so much aggression coming out, but Save is here as well. Oh, the cold feet. Knight's going to get frozen up in just a second, and now he's a sitting duck, ready to be killed. Save will bring him down. Grimstroke looking kind of low as well. Pure, he's interested. Charge available in just a second. Charges through, gets the damage off, and FNG will be falling as well. BetBoom. This is a new team coming out into this third game here. They've smelt blood in the water, and they are hunting. GPK doing some damage to Sayu. Squadex is there as well. I mean, the fact there's 2 heroes mid from VP, and GPK is still the one just kind of trying to chase down the support is really saying something.
Well, they need levels on Willow to get this kill, right? Like, if Willow was level 6, then of course you're probably getting the kill, but then...
Man, they're chaining it so well. They're chaining it super nicely. I say that as the dead
they
shot
They can't
misses.
drag them back in, yeah. Unfortunately, They were trying to chain it so well until they didn't chain it so well enough.
Until I
get the
said
puck
they're
back
chaining
into
it
the
well,
sides.
in which case,
Exactly.
at what point?
But you know what they are chaining well? That aggression across the map, because they are killing off the DK. But that's because Pure, after the killing top, he's drawn them in up. Guys, let's go kill DK. And then they flooded through the twin gate and activated Nightfall with that aggression. So Spearbreaker being way more active.
They're chaining it so well in the middle lane.
Nice, nice.
That's how you want to do it.
Some other words now, yeah? Thoughts?
Vortex back into the cooling, and then Deadshot back into the cooling. Oh, they tip each other as well. Oh, my, that's disgusting. It's right in the puck's face. That's worse.
Puck
I'd
just
rather they
tips herself.
tipped me than tipped each other. I'm like, at least if you're tipping me, you're like, you're obviously a bit salty with something I've done, or, you feel good about it. If you're tipping each other, it's just, I know that your vibes are good. That it's all wholesome over there, and that's
just happy
worse.
that. Sorry, you're sad that they're having fun and happy.
Yes,
is that it?
Absolutely. Okay. Don't pretend.
Oh no, they're chaining it so well.
Don't do it, goddammit.
What the fuck was he doing?
I don't know. It's a really good question. They've done the exact same play about 4 or 5 times in a row.
When will he learn? When will he learn?
I'm not sure he will, as Pure manages to connect onto F and G. BetBoom. Whew. I mean, this game, it's. I hate to say, it's not looking competitive at the moment. Virtus.pro, they need to pull something together here.
It feels like BetBoom have for sure woke up.
Yeah.
And VP are...
In their final game of the tournament, maybe. They've woken up. In the qualifiers, at least.
But for VP, when you think about, okay, what's the comeback potential? It's about syncing heroes up together. The under-level supports who aren't level 6 yet at the soon-to-be 11-minute mark. If they can get 6, you then Coil, you Bedlam, you Soulbind. Like, there's plenty of kill opportunities, but they just need the levels. They're not really getting there, right? It's pretty awkward. They did get a Wisdom Rune, but it just wasn't enough. That's how starved they are. Even with one Wisdom Rune, they're barely there.
It's a bit tough. It is a bit tough. That whole global potential thing we were talking about, the whole aggression which BetBoom can give, Virtus.pro just can't match it at the moment. They're going to need more time. And in that time, BetBoom are just getting kill after kill after kill. It does look like they're kind of slowing things down a little bit now, looking for some more broader plays. Noticed. Uh-oh. It hasn't noticed that there's heroes coming to his lane right now. And they go. Another combination. Save and GPK, wherever they go, they're just finding kill after kill. And he doesn't have a Midas still. It's coming up on 12 minutes here, and he's got to decide whether he actually wants to commit to the Midas build, or maybe even go for a blink and just try and salvage this early game. Because you might never get to see the late game if you don't. That's the point we're getting to. Like, the puck is just completely out of things at the moment. Let's see. Here, it's a tricky kill to go for. GBK jumps across, looking for the power rune. It will be bottom. That's the thing. They're just doing everything they can to make sure this puck doesn't have a game. Secure both the power runes very aggressively.
The scary part is just the overlap of farm already, right? Like, when you look at just the minimap BetBoom, they're very spread, right? Spiritbreaker owns the top side, TB's got the entire bot side, can twin gate illusion through, and then VP, there's like the puck overlapped with the TA for a little bit. DK's like hugging his own triangle. It's just like very reserved farm compared to the free flowing of BetBoom.
Yeah, and showing on lanes is kind of not an option for VP at the moment. Everyone's just dying if they show mid, if they show bottom. So you can't really get out and get that high value farm in the waves. Everybody's just stuck in the jungle. It's very inefficient. Their economy is just going to continue to tank if this keeps up. I mean, what do they need to do? Do they need to make a play to bring themselves back into this game to find themselves some map space?
So yeah, so Notice just picked up the Blink Dagger. Because of how hard the game is, he didn't bother going Midas like we saw earlier today with both Ramses and Pure. He is just going for the naked Blink, and ideally they find a Stone Spirit here, which they should be able to do.
Very nicely done so far. Inkswell with the Dragon Tail. They need to finish the job. They will be able to do so. GPK. I heard the ball lightning.
Dead.
Ooh. Had a chance to get away there, but panicked just a little bit. and that'll cost you. But still, big breath of air for the side of Virtus.pro. They bought themselves some space, they bought themselves some time, and they bought themselves, well, a ticket to shutting down the Storm Spirit for a little bit.
And that will probably be VP's way into feeling good in the game. Not great or in a winning position, but just feeling good, enjoying it, because they are going to be able to kill anyone. If 2 supports and a DK find someone, they are probably going to die. Even the Terrorblade, with his like 1300 HP when he's on strength treads, should be going down.
Storm immediately looking for some revenge, though, as is the DK. As he's getting jumped on by supports. FNG should just get solo killed up here by the Storm Spirit, and in the lower part of the river, Notice gets brought down by the 2 supports, and Nightfall comes over to help out as well. Storm immediately looking for more here, just continuing to pressure in, so that tiny bit of pressure, the bit of acupuncture they applied to themselves, gets counted out very quickly as they lose 2
They're
heroes.
even taking the stacks.
Can't take their stacks, man. That's so rude. Nothing more rude than taking stacks, in my opinion. Feels so bad.
You like to play Dota on hard mode. You just don't even use the jungle. Such a hipster carry.
Yeah, I don't take enemy camps.
Didn't imagine if like there was a pro player who just never hit a jungle creep in their life. They just refused to do it. Like a vegan Dota player.
Yeah.
That really role plays in the game too.
They're neutrals. I'm not going to hit neutrals. They're unaligned.
They'd have to be a pos 5 then. If they're not allowed to hit... Oh yeah, they wouldn't hit neutrals too, wouldn't they? Oh, damn it. Even lane creeps.
They won't be finding anyone right now. Nightfall with the scan, scans it out and gets himself away. Buries himself in the tree line, TPs to mid, where he'll be nice and safe. And look at this line of heroes which is protecting him as well. We're just running through the Radiant jungle. They scan out enemies and they just form this like defensive barrier on the high ground. I'm wondering if they're going to be able to figure out where they've gone. They're not in the jungle, they're not in the bottom lane. Therefore, they must have taken the portal. Baiting a little bit with GPK, seeing if they're in the area, but they are not any longer. But still, this is good. Like, VP just kind of getting out on the map, making some movements. Like, okay, sure, they don't connect with anything, but they're forcing BetBoom to kind of respond, to have to move around the map where they don't really want to be. It's definitely slowing down their game plan.
Yeah, but I'm gonna come back to reality real quick. So VP,
Please do.
They're farming up, but what are they farming for?
We're not worrying about that right now.
Okay, sure.
Stabilize first, plan later.
Okay.
Muerta gets jumped on. She's going to be the stun target, but look at the DK. That hero is supposed to be tanky. That lied on the label as Pure goes down. Knight is able to get a bit of damage off with his Desolator on the sidelines and get himself a few Desolator charges as well. Soul stealing up in this engagement.
Okay. They're farming for a couple picks. I see it.
That's life.
Just don't think about the Terrorblade. That's all I'll say. If you're a VP fan, a VP player, just no more thoughts about this thing. And they are showing that they can get some nice kills, right? Especially because Storm only with Orchid. If he gets hit by Coil, the tier is in position. There's going to be damage there. Spirit Breaker went down very, very quickly. And if I was VP, I'd be saying, right now, it's like Roshan needs to be taken. Like if we can get that resource, get some confidence, flood across the map, then could start entertaining some plays. But unfortunately, BetBoom, the way that they are playing is just non-stop go. Like even if they die, just run it back, keep going.
Save is kind of owning. These callings are just super sick. Every single time he's landing with silence immediately, which you do expect from decent Muerta players, especially on support, but I'm still impressed. The consistency is definitely there. Like, you can tell he's not really holding on to it or anything to kind of check where the first calling is going to land. He's just like, nope, I know. Gets it every time. Actually, going for a slightly greedier build. So I believe this surely the Atos coming out now. Oh no, Spirit Vessel coming out now.
Yeah, he went for
so going to complete Spirit Vessel and into Midas, so no Atos being used from the Muerta. Which, to be fair, I always feel like that item's a little overbought in Sport Muerta. I feel like there's other options, and seems like Save agrees. BetBoom, they want to respond. They seem to be very aware that Virtus.pro are trying something here, and there's a reason for that. They did have a bit of vision down in the area before, so they suss it out, and they try to respond, but Virtus.pro, you know, the moment they're not immediately finding kills, they're backing out from the area. They know that if BetBoom are ready for them, it's probably not going to go their way. Being very cautious. Now, I wouldn't go as far as to say they're doing well, that they're in a good position. It's in a very, very bad position. It's 7k gold advantage at 19 minutes, but still, they've stabilized. Now, can they fight back?
For me, I just feel like this game is just very much BetBoom on autopilot, right? Like, all these mini events, like, it doesn't really matter how they unfold, because when BetBoom say Scardy's online, they'll group up as 5 and walk down a lane. And I think VP, they know that. And it's why they're kind of like doing this like desperate balance of taking the fights that BetBoom present while still trying to farm. And like the puck had to go for yours. Like in all the games where you want to go aggressive and find kills, like yours is one of the, not the worst item for a puck, but it's like the type item, you know, like it's the defeatist attitude, which is fine. Like I respect it. You're gonna die to Orchid every single time. But the trade-off is now you don't have that blink for initiation. You're not going like Sanj Kaya for tanky and damage. And of course, some puck players, they never go for the defensive item and they just feed. So I'm happy to see that he does have the mindset of survivability, unlike most. Positioning isn't always perfect, but they are smoked up now. I feel like we could have probably seen DK and the supports play a little bit more aggressive together. But they smoke with the puck this time. If they kill the TB, then that could just give them something, but he's 1,000 gold away from Scardy.
They see Muerta, and they're happy with that. Move on to save, take them down. That's a lot of their kill potential taken out of the equation. Sure, it's not a big call, but it's something they'll be taking at the moment, and it buys them, again, a little more space on this map.
There's a BKB coming out from Storm Spirit. There's a Scardy coming out from Terrorblade in the next like minute. Like Shadowblade as well. Like, when you think about big ticket items, they are 3 statement items for these heroes. Like BKB on Storm, iconic. Shadowblade Spirit Breaker, iconic. Scardy, iconic. Like these are just like
very on brand for the heroes. Yes, definitely.
I would love
times
to see VP somehow win a fight into this, but every Dota bone in my body just screams that VP's about to get slapped in the face. There's no sugarcoating here, you know. After 12 hours, we just say how it is.
Storm should get away this time around, dude. Please.
Oh, the root.
Yeah,
he's going in.
He's making some.
He missed some
decisions. Squad X.
Oh, he's missed everything.
Yep, they really have. They really have. Rare from save, but that's because.
Bash.
What? Has he got another charge available? Nope. Charge not gonna work out.
He was expecting more to be up the high ground. I think there's like phase shifts back up. There's no point trying.
Never happening, especially with the Euls available. It's got 2 phase shifts pretty much. All right, yeah. I mean, GPK did it again where he almost did like a tiny ball lightning. Luckily, he did a slightly bigger one this time, but was able to get away properly in the end. Sometimes you just got to click as fast as possible.
Roshan time.
Yep, get down into Broshan. If you're a VP fan, then I want to look away. This TB is an absolute monster. He's going to take down Roche pretty much all by himself at this point. No, at least give a man an ice vortex. Jesus, there you go. Save. Popping the Pierce of Hell to help out. Yeah, you can see VP, they kind of made their way down to the bottom lane. It's very half-assed. It's very low committal. Just seeing if there's an opportunity to approach. That's absolutely not.
Any Terrorblade player in the game, like, what is your ideal game? They would be saying Manta, Dragonlance, Scardy, into Roshan, like around 20 minutes. Like this is, if you were to write the script of the perfect Terrorblade game, like this is it. And now they just need to wait for meta, 80 seconds. they'll just utilize the map, farm as much as they can. They might go for a quick pick with GPK +1, but yeah.
Yep, I wouldn't
Items
be
coming
opposed
up
to
of
seeing Virtus.pro try and make a play like immediately off the back of the Aegis grab, just knowing that Nightfall probably pop meta for it. And seeing you can catch them,
for sure.
But
They just can't do it. I think TA's just afraid.
I mean, it's not going to work. It's probably not going to work. TA, she has the damage. Went for the Silver Edge, by the way.
It's
kind of interesting.
a positional item, but we see Storm going in on top.
Yeah, notice though, takes a frostbite to the face, which is pretty scary as well. So Storm going to be fine for now, even holding off on the BKB. Yeah, he really is. See, this is super deep. Meta is available, but obviously with the Aegis, doesn't mind holding on to it for the time being as Knight just gets cooked. GPK, Toronto, Tokyo, and Nightfall surround him and bring him down. FNG's next to fall. Virtus.pro. I don't know. They're just kind of playing with them on the side of BetBoom. They're like dangling these heroes in front of them, overextending, you know, just kind of throwing down a Storm and half HP without popping BKB on them. They don't care. They just don't care. Keep waiting on the side of Virtus.pro. We might be looking at one of those games where you're just going to wait and see how long can they hold out for. Can they get this Midas up on the Willow and then the Ags and then maybe find some silliness in the late game, but I feel like your silliness isn't going to be enough, Sayu. I feel like the BetBoom silliness is much stronger in the late game. Not to mention that Storm is a really nice hero in dealing with the Willow. You get that Ags and you can just control her up inside the Shadow Realm. One of the few heroes which actually can. And Spirit Breaker as well, not to mention.
And like when you look at the stats for Terrorblade and net worth, like the 25-minute mark, he's like top 15 for like net worth of all Terrorblades on the patch so far for net worth. I don't know exactly when the timestamp is, if it's like 25, 59, or if it's at the exact 25-minute mark, but either way, he's in that top echelon of Terrorblade farm. And they're jumping onto bottom, Pure. Got both supports controlled up.
Yes, indeedy. FNG dares to show himself this far down the lane. He will pay the price. Same with Sayu. He's going to get dropped. And of course, this is going to be the Midas delayed as well. So that one little glimmer of hope they might have had on Virtus.pro is just continuously getting snuffed out. It's a grim state of affairs. 11k gold advantage here at the 26-minute mark. Terrorblade ready to start the march on the middle tower.
He's got the BKB now as well. And of course, even though Aegis is expiring relatively soon, he doesn't need it. He's got Sunder still in play, 2 defensive items.
Yep, control the map, control the game, control Virtus.pro. That is the priority here for BetBoom. And they're being really efficient about it as well. You know, when you're this far ahead, it's always better to just kind of min-max the objectives. Can we take mid with just 2 heroes? Can we take mid with just 1 hero? If the answer is yes, then do it. Let everybody else farm. That's how you get further and further ahead. You know, it's kind of an extension of what the meta was kind of just over a year ago. Tundra winning TI, where it was just a case of ram yourself down every objective, play that high pace, lock them in, and then farm yourselves up. Check those tick boxes, make it as easy as possible to get on the high ground. And now things have been taken further and further and further. That strategy has gotten more and more efficient and more popular.
What is going to be BetBoom's next move? Right, they have everything they need. They've moved from mid, they go to bot. I do expect it to be kind of like death from 1,000 cuts, right? Send the illusions in. We just saw how TA's impact was in the previous fight. She walked in, said hello. A couple seconds later, said her farewells. That was just about it.
Like a elusive visiting aunt. Nightfall. It's just look at how far away his team is from him as well. Like he's just dealing with this tier 2 tower. Team are already looking to topside. They're like, oh, we saw a puck in our vision. Let's go, guys. Nightfall, despite the Aegis running out, I mean, he's just not worried, not concerned one little bit. But we're going to need to see them kind of getting on the back lines, killing these supports, preferably before the frostbite or anything like that comes off, before you get a cooling sitting down in the fights. It's just another thing for the puck to worry about. But, well, they're actually going to go on the GPK, but GPK gets off the BKB, so should be okay. Oh, he's leashed up. He can't escape. Pure comes in, gives him a leash target, and this will get them to kill into the Storm Spirit.
Terrorblades on the side.
They find a very big target indeed. Now Knight tries to unleash on the side here, but because of the Pierce to Veil, the TA can't bring down that support hero. Notice though, going to keep on chasing. Nice little fear. Comes out from save. Buys in the space he needs to keep on running. He's just not very fast though. Squadix is going to get on top.
So slow.
Start clicking him down. And down goes the Muerta.
Okay,
all right.
Okay. But BetBoom weren't really in position, but VP, again, that's what they kind of need, right? They need to capitalize on these moments where BetBoom aren't hugging their almighty Terrorblade, who's holding, 21,000 of the Radiant net worth, and in doing so, VP get another little bit of a punch back. Let's see if they can chain this into any more, but with 3 being dead on BetBoom, it would be relatively illegal for Spiritbreaker or Terrorblade to put themselves in a vulnerable position. Saying that, Pure is charging in.
He's going for it. Yeah, 2 seconds on the BKB. He gets it off, and now he looks to the turnaround. Nope, sees a TA. I'm not turning around. Just kidding. He's dead.
So like I was saying, with 3 being dead, shouldn't put himself in a vulnerable position.
It's so funny. He pops a BKB, and then VP run away. They're like, oh, he's gonna escape, I guess. But he runs at them, and they're like, oh, he's not gonna escape, I guess. Guess we get the kill. Cool. There's some clumsy plays coming out from BetBoom, honestly, which is just going to serve to elongate things. Which is absolutely fine by them. Terrorblade's about to hit critical mass, pretty much. I mean, he's got a few more items to grab on the way, but he's already a monster. That said, TA, I mean, she's not out of it.
No, she is scaling. But it's one of those games where she needs to scale to kill everyone but TB. I think that needs to be VP's main focus in the fights, right? Isolate TB to be on a side, blow up everyone else, and then look to take the fight. Spiritbreaker, even though he's very tanky with HP, in the current meta of build, you don't really buy armor items. You're not buying AC, you don't ever buy a Lotus. Shivas is, again, it doesn't go in the same sentence with the hero, right? So there's no real ability to comfortably buy a plate mail. I think if there ever was an item for Spiritbreaker to buy, it probably would be the AC. And in doing so now, VP, I think DK Aghanims and Manta, that is their strongest timing. If you can send the illusion on the Terrorblade, slow him up, keep him to a side, kill off everyone else, and then you treat him like a raid boss, then maybe there'll be signs of life for Virtus.pro. And it helps that they have kept the net worth lead. And if anything, the net worth lead is slowly coming back the way of Virtus.pro.
It is? Yeah.
Time is going to be VP's best friend. And if BetBoom get an Aegis, which they're doing right now, and play around Terrorblade, then it could...
Ooh. I don't know, man. I'm getting a little nervous about this high ground push, which BetBoom will need to commit to at some point if they want to win this game. It doesn't look super easy. It definitely doesn't. And when DK finishes up this Ags, which he is literally just has carrying out in the courier,
I feel like if FNG was 2,000 gold closer to an Aghanims, I'd be pretty hyped for a VP comeback, right? Getting that Dark Portrait against a very high stat hero to throw it against him. No one else can really kill the illusion other than the Terrorblade, so...
Oh,
Sayu is going to be going down, but...
Slaughtered.
It's just time is VP's opponent right now.
Pure is playing so much Dota, he's actually forgotten he's got a Midas. There we go. 2 charges on it for quite a while there. And here we go. The high ground attempt begins now in earnest. Nightfall, he pops a Metamorphosis, he makes a statement, says, team, it's go time. Oh, Creep Wave is dead pretty quick. That is one issue. So, finishing off this tier 3, it'll take just a little while. Protected by the cooling, but noticed, able to just hit him regardless. And this is one issue with the Aghanims, at least. Sunder comes out. Save, thank you very much. I'll take your HP pool. Look at this, he's just kind of cooking inside those fires. Oh, nice fear coming out onto Notice, pushing him forward. But Notice actually taking the opportunity to pop the BKB and continue hammering into Nightfall. Doing the damage. Ice Blast comes through, doesn't land onto the DK, does manage to clip onto Knight and onto Sayu. Again, it's...
They are defending.
They certainly are, T. This game, it's not ending just yet. Metamorphosis is now down for 100 seconds. You get one more try at this whilst you have this Aegis. If you don't manage it then, we're looking at some really scary timings from the side of Virtus.pro. They could manage to get up the Aghanims on the Grimstroke and on the Dark Willow before the next high ground attempt. That is a big, big issue.
Annoying for FNG, though. He has 5,000 net worth at the 33-minute mark. Like, he doesn't have any cheap items that he can sell for it. Like, at this stage of the game, I'd be like, all right, sell your Solar Crest, sell your, Pavis of the past, like, sell whatever item you bought at minute 12 and just get this Aghanims. The issue is, his inventory is naked. He is bare. It is nothing.
There's a wand?
Nothing. I said Nomad. There is nothing. Oh my. Yeah. That was a very quick Yashakai. Just bye.
Yeah, I think the shard is something you always get on the Grimstroke. It's just too good. Especially if you have good targets for it. Oh my god. I don't quite know why the Willow was there, but nevertheless, she isn't anymore. We'll call it an information gathering mission.
In 5 minutes. So the good thing for Virtus.pro is, if they can get a Roshan that spawns in daytime, which it will be doing, and they take it, it is the third Roshan, which means a free axe. So in 5 minutes time, Grim might just get given one for free. And this 1,500 gold could be like an Aether Lens or something just to secure that he connects on that spell. So I still feel like there is a path to it. It's just, again, time.
I don't know how they get there, but this is the second attempt we were talking about. Metamorphosis gets popped, Nightfall on the high ground, dealing the damage to the buildings, and once again, Notice being annoyed, but this time, they go on him. They just want to try and take him out and stop him from attacking. The fear is there, pushes him back. He uses a BKB very, very far back. And Nightfall continued doing the damage to the buildings. Fortification now going to come down. Metamorphosis is halfway done. They've survived half the meta, kind of. But it doesn't look like they're going to survive the full thing. The barracks, they are going to get dropped. Notice comes in, though, drops a stun out onto the Terrorblade. Pure once again just bouncing on the backlines, and in comes GPK. They don't have the BKB anymore on the Dragon Knight, but he's still very, very tanky. Nightfall needs to get some damage off here if he wants to try and turn this fight in their favor. But they don't need to. They've already got the melee barracks, and they decide that's enough, and they'll just get themselves away.
Yeah, the Aegis is expiring in 40 seconds, and of course with no meta, it feels a little bit too forced to overstay their welcome. It did take quite a lot, though, just to take a melee Rax, and they initiated on the DK. They tried to burst him at the start, but he was able to disengage.
That's the thing they did differently from the first fight. First one, they just leave the TB on the high ground. They just let him smack away. But the DK gets upon him and causes him pretty big issues. Even though Reflection is really good against this Aghanim's DK, it doesn't last forever. And the DK is just very persistent. But this time around, they send in the Spirit Breaker. Pure, he starts taking some names, getting involved. Doesn't let them gather and just kind of free cast spells on the TB. And well, no more Aegis. It was so much, though. It's been 36 minutes of being very far ahead, of trying really, really hard. 2 big attempts, and all they've managed to take is 1 melee barrack, It doesn't feel good.
I just have flashbacks to when TA took the fight at the tier 2 and just instantly just died. I'm like, I can't put that memory in the same line of them defending. Like, it doesn't really process right now that VP is holding on so well. And I think for BetBoom, it is probably a couple of layers of their initiations aren't blowing people up with the Ice Blast. And then on top of that, there is just a lot of nuisance coming out, right? There's Illusory Orb spam, there's Side Blades, there's Stroke of Fates, and Brief Fires for damage reduction. There's a lot of just cheap annoyance for VP, and I still wonder, like, can they actually kill Terrorblade? Like, he's now got a Satanic as well, so the fear of if he has Sunder or not is now out of the equation because he has both Sunder and Satanic. I think maybe if they were to jump him, they could do it, but it would be at the expense of quite a lot of clumping, and then Spirit Breaker would charge through them, and Storm will have an Ag soon, and just Vortex everyone.
Look, T, I don't know how many games we're going to have to watch for you to understand this, but Knight is not the core. It doesn't matter what the TA does or what the TA has done. It's about the Willow. And it's about the Grimstroke. It's
Oh,
about the
I see.
support. Supports are carries in Dota now. You have to understand this.
I do love watching my support carries farm for 50 minutes to then win, but we're getting there.
We really are.
We say that. He's only halfway towards the negatives.
Yeah, but the thing is, they're gonna get it before the next Roshan. That's the issue. So the next time they come high ground with his Aegis, they are gonna be playing into Grimstroke and Dark Willow Ags potentially, unless BetBoom can keep hunting them outside of the base. That is what it comes down to. I really don't want to see BetBoom just play too relaxed in between these this Aegis.
I mean, XP
Maybe they don't get it in time, actually.
I mean, XP does seem to be the... No, Carl, we're not. What was I trying to say? XP does seem to be the key thing, though, for VP, right? Because if you get DK to level
Being
25...
visited by a Spectre from the past.
There was some, like, old-school voice line, and it just really hit annoying.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Just who uses that? I mean, I love you, Kyle.
That's what I mean. I was like, what? What year is it? Like, the AoE Dragon Tail easily getting a stun up on these heroes, and then on top, like, I just can't wait to see if this Grimax, it could be like oh my god, the terrible illusion, they're doing it! Or it's just like, oh, it died in 2 seconds, we waited 45 minutes to witness this. It's, weirdly enough, it's quite a hard spell to use perfectly, because if you summon it, and the Terrorblade's free casting, he just turns and hits it with 4 illusions, it's dead instantly. If he casts it, can micro it back out of the fight, and then send it onto the Spirit Break or the AA or whoever's been Dragon-tailed, that's when it can wreak havoc. And I think VP, the talk in the team right now is just hold, pray, we got this, don't worry. They're gonna mess up. You know, believe, guys, we got here. You know, all this like motivational stuff that you see on True Sight.
Yes, sir.
1100 gold for FNG to complete the Ags.
I want to know, do we have any VP believers in the chat right now? Who thinks they're actually going to come back from this? Who thinks that they'll hit their timings, they'll make the defense happen, and all of a sudden BetBoom will have scattering? Because I don't think there's many of you, but you guys need to band together. You need to hold hands and pray. That's the thing. BetBoom, in these times in between the Aegises, you know, sure, they're not really hunting the Virtus.pro heroes, but they're just farming so fast. They're farming everywhere at once, all these heroes as well. Aghanim's now complete on the Storm Spirits. That's one of the things we were mentioning, especially about the Willow, is that you don't get to just do that thing from the back lines. First part of the Aghanim's purchased by her, but with his AoE Vortex, I mean, it's such a strong Ags. I feel like you get 1 or 2. You know, you always get 1 or 2 just huge electric vortexes once you pick up the Aghanims. People aren't ready for it, but we have the first one picked up. FNG has finished his Aghanim Scepter. There will be a Dark Portrait off the TB in the next engagement, potentially, as they jump forwards in, looking for Squadex. Squadex, though, dodges out the electric vortex, so it's on cooldown, and they don't get anything for it.
FNG smoked on the side. They're trying to make the wraparound.
Oh, they are.
They scan.
I mean,
they
Coil, if they find the TB, he's dead. I genuinely think Coil plus Mirror Dark Portrait.
Yeah, Coil plus himself, yes, he is very farmed.
Yeah. Coil plus the most farmed carry in the game attacking you. Full smoke up from BetBoom here. Look at them just cluster so far away from everything. But they want this Roshan. They want to set up around this pit. I just don't know why they smoked there, to be perfectly honest. They're just ready for anything VP are going to throw them, any curveballs that might come their way, I suppose. VP, they have a curveball cocked and ready, but will they get the opportunity to use it? Swift Blink finished up on the TB as the next item. Nobody quite hitting 25 yet. Interestingly, Knight is actually extremely close. Half a level away from going to level 25. Closer, in fact, than the Terrorblade is. That's what happened when you just hang around with your nerdy teammates all game.
All he's been doing is farming.
Yeah, sir.
Point
VP,
in the game.
they look for the contest. It's brave, but they've decided here is the time to make their stand. They won't die in the safety of their fountain. They will die fighting for this Aegis, goddammit. You gotta respect it. And Orb is gonna let BetBoom know. There are VP heroes around. Sai, his smoke gets popped. Look at the positioning here from FNG. He's buried in the trees with a bodyguard to protect him.
They're TPing back there.
And their time has run out.
They grabbed the Willow.
Yep, they sure did. Willow's gonna die. They'll go searching for anybody else. Nobody is found. Again, Ags Willow delayed even further. But honestly, this Puck's becoming a bit of a monster as well.
Yeah, I mean, with the Ags and the Leonis, it's quite a build to provide some damage, but because of that, we are going to be getting Roshan, the fact that they had to TP out and force Grimstroke. Sold items for the Ags and still yet to kind of get it into the game, but that's fine. We will wait, FNG. We will wait to see this, if it will assist or not.
One day we will get a Dark Portrait.
The best thing is, this game will last long enough that with the Twitch delay, we'll still be able to see who thinks VP is going to win. Because nothing's changed, really, since you asked the question, other than maybe an Aegis. And a couple cheeses getting thrown around. 28,000 gold loot to BetBoom. You would expect that this is the lead for BetBoom to start taking another racks. There we go.
You got it. Well, from my question earlier, there's one guy in the chat who's like, VP are going to come back.
Oh, no.
Let's go, buddy. I'm with you.
Oh.
30k net worth now, though.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah,
the past...
VP win, question mark? No chance. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Yeah, the last 10 minutes or so of gameplay have just been a steep upward trajectory for the net worth lead of BetBoom. 40k now with Terra played. That's the thing. Aegis is a bait. Aegis stops you farming. Smelly item. Never go high ground. In the wise words of Lyrical. Or Trent, I think. I don't know. They're the same person.
They're
Poker
basically
Magi
twins
style.
at this point, yeah. BetBoom, they are smoked up. Are they going to poke that? There's an arcane rune top, but there's no way they're going to be able to check that. There's no ward. It's the 44-minute mark, but they don't care right now. Who can they find? They need to find someone.
Like, they're not going to come out the base, guys. Come on. You're asking for a lot here, BetBoom. Nightfall, he's just going to run on. He's got the invisibility. Terra Wave's not going to catch out Squadix. You've got to wake up early in that to catch Squadix sleeping. He's a quick lad. But they do get the range barracks. Great. Storm jumping in deep. Very, very deep here onto the backline. Trying to catch out the Grimstroke. They get the exact right target. No portrait today, baby. No buyback available at the Storm. He has given his life for this. Stuck inside the coil.
Oh, they're kind of slowing up the TB. TB.
Yeah.
What's happening? BetBoom.
Look at these dragons, dude. Look at the damage coming down onto him. He's going to lose his life. That was inside Metamorphosis as well. Oh, the game is not over. It's not even close to being over. Nightfall taking some hits, but he'll have to back himself away. But no Aegis. No barracks taken either.
I think they're overthinking it on BetBoom, right? Like, they see the Grim, they have the Ags, they double jump with the Storm Spirit and the Spirit Breaker, and then Nightfall's like, I'm a core, I can join too, but no. DK hits you with one slow into a Dark Willow root, and your fight's over.
How did the Storm not escape with BKB? Well, he was leashed, right, to the Spirit Breaker. Surely.
I can't load up his death summary. It won't load.
Me neither.
But I'm pretty sure.
Pretty sure that seems like what should have happened.
I mean, his Soulbind's also not on cooldown. And did he respawn? Did he buy back? I can't remember. The game's moving weirdly. Everything's happening in slow motion.
It's all a blur. I just don't understand how he gets caught out with BKB. But it's fine. We'll move on. Unless he used it for the puck. No, he didn't use it for the puck. Anyway. Storm
I
comes
got
back.
it. Okay, no. He got Waning Rifted into a root, and that's it. So not pressing it is a really cool concept.
Interesting. Okay. He did use it at some point. That's why I'm like, but when he was dead, it was on cooldown. But I guess he just got clicked and didn't quite jump away enough. It's fine.
Yeah.
Moving on. They will wait for the next Roshan. Nothing will happen for the next 4 minutes, and they'll go Roshan. So, how's your day been, T?
It was good up until this game, I'll be honest.
This hype qualifier game? You crazy?
I think Knight in game 1, like, super pog. You know, his build on Spectre going for Heart, like, I was enthralled. Game 2, it was bedtime. You know, he didn't kill anything, didn't do anything. He didn't do anything for 22 minutes. He just farmed. That's fine. Stay at the game. This game, he's 1, 2, and 4. Like, I understand that VP, they were behind and they had to recover, but there's no, like, oomph in them. You know, they're just kind of existing.
Yeah.
They're waiting for BetBoom to make mistakes, and that's fair. You know, some teams, they have this concept of turtle, they will throw if they can't end. Like, and BetBoom's kind of falling into that trap right now. They're getting desperate, they're diving for a Grim, Storm's dying, TB's running up as well, thinking he can participate, but he can't. Like, VP are doing the correct thing in this game. Like, TA, if she's out by herself in a 1v1 VTB, she will lose. So they're playing for the advantage of the high ground. Just watching it is just quite something. And that's fine. Like, if VP win, it shows so much resilience. It shows so much, like, you know, testament to the strategy that they believe in. And we'll see if they can do it, as they are still down by 23,000 gold. They only chipped away about 5,000 from that lead. If we had heat map technology, their base would be lit up like a Christmas tree as we do enter the festive period of the year.
It really would. It really would. Sayu's been the one sent out to go and get farm. Sent out to go and get that all-important Hyperstone. He's going to arrive at one of them, but the thing, you might want to hold buyback because the possibility of them just jumping in and killing off this Dark Willow is pretty high, but we'll see what they can manage. Also, level 20 would be really nice as well. I think that's like the one thing we're looking at for Sayu. It's like, yeah, the Hyperstone would be good. I think the level 20 would be gooder.
Yes.
Which is no word in the English language which you could use instead of gooder, so had to go with that one.
Just look at FNG's inventory, by the way. Like, that really is just the joy of the day.
My man is eating good. Feasting this game. He's got 3k gold, you know. He's chilling.
He's looking for an Aeon disc, right? Because then even if he gets double jumped, he'll always be able to soulbind, and that is going to be like, if Spiritbreaker Storm jumps him and he soulbinds both, then it's like, you know, very, very powerful. So I wouldn't be opposed for him skipping buyback just to have that. Of course, buyback is the equivalent of having an Aeon disc, because your second life, your positioning will be much better to be able to use your spells. We will see how he does navigate this crucial second item choice at the 50-minute mark.
Indeed. I mean, it kind of all comes down to how on earth he can get his courier to the secret shop. DK's managed
Puck's
it,
looking
though.
for a rapier. Like, VP, they're itemizing to crush a couple high ground fights, and we've seen Eastern European teams falter with the mega creeps. The experience of 9 Pandas, they lost when they had mega creeps, and this time BetBoom, they're struggling to break base, and they don't even have the mega creeps. It feels like they've had mega creeps for at least 20 minutes. But
it's just this draft. It's just a Storm. It's just a Spirit Breaker. You can't show versus these heroes. I mean, that's what it comes down to.
I think you're lucky that abandon rules don't work for VP. Like, some of their players, they've just been parked in the base for so long. Like, they might have got a competitive abandon if it was a ranked game, but
yeah, FNG doesn't remember what creeps look like. People tell him they're small and green, but he has no idea.
Imagine if Fountain was a stacking buff. He's been in there for like 35 minutes. He leaves the base just like ethereal, just like, I cannot be touched. For
He's like one of those kids in the summertime in the shopping mall fountains, just in their underwear going ape in there. Parents just
he went for a blink.
Left ages ago.
He's just oh well. Oh,
Sayu is gonna get
action!
found. Whoa! Oh my god! They find him. Refresher will be confused. I mean, the heroes are turning up. Noticed is here. It doesn't want to get stunned up and caught out, so Pure runs away. The assassination attempt is successful. They take down the Willow. And meanwhile, Roshan is back. And this time, he's got a big Aghanim Scepter in his pocket. He is happy to see you there. Quick Tormentor first, of course. A little bit of Shard into Aegis. I kind of like this from Nightfall, though. He doesn't TP over to the Roshan pit just yet. He's actually looking for a pick-off or some sort of threat. Air Blast going to come through. They might find Notice here. Oh, blinking down to the low ground. Maybe not ideal, but FNG's going to get blasted. Creates the illusion off the TB, though. Starts wailing away at him, but doesn't really do much. Unfortunately, if the TB can just stand there and kill the illusion, it's never really going to be a threat. Storm Spirit held up for the time being. He's taking a lot of damage just from the puck, but it's not going to do enough. Squadix needs to come in and help him, but he won't be able to do so. Knight just gets obliterated. Buybacks are available from Virtus.pro, and I hope you learned your lesson, VP. You leave the base, you die. This is how it goes.
Just very discombobulated on the side of VP there, right? Got some high ground, low ground action. You're playing into Radiant Vision. Not everyone's really ready, but...
Yeah. Oh, great. Pure has a Wind Waker now as well, so he's basically invulnerable. Jump in, jump out, shake it all about, swing around with Wind Waker. Very good answer to the puck as well.
Ooh, okay, Satanic used. TA does have buyback, but I'm pretty sure they're waiting for Grimstroke to respawn and then to fight on that. And
yeah,
they're
losing
a little bit too late.
They're losing
middle.
middle.
Might get megged.
Do they lose top? I think they buy back with TA here and try and make this happen, because Megas ain't so fun. Megas ain't so fun.
One of the least fun things in Dota, that's for sure.
Saw
They are getting megged.
Someone. Yeah, they are. And they are not responding to it. Oh, yeah. BKB forced. It's a lot of damage. It's a lot of damage. The Willow finally doing the work we've wanted to see. Sentry does come down a little late. Wind Waker used out onto the Terrorblade here, and that's going to give him a chance to blink away from that one and get to safety. Meanwhile, DPK jumps in the backlines, finds the supports. The supports we've been waiting for all game just get murdered in seconds. They've got the buybacks. They need to get some kills here on the side of Virtus.pro, and BetBoom just aren't letting that happen. Or jumping in on Pure. He's got the BKB. He's just going to peace out over towards the bottom side, trying to buy space for GPK to make his escape. GPK, though, I think he's going to be so lucky. I think he might be dead here. He's got a BKB. Doesn't have a TP, though, so death shall come eventually. Let's see. He's got one little zip. Doesn't go very far. And down he goes. Dead for 100 seconds. Doesn't have the buyback at the moment. Shouldn't really matter.
You're right, VP. This is your time, actually. Storm.
Let's go.
90 seconds. You go for the Roshan.
Run it down. Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, Roshan. That makes
Yeah,
sense.
Roshan. Yeah. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. But Meta's back up. BKB's back up in 14 seconds. And Save just soloing it. So, okay, don't worry. I take back the road. Oh, FNG. Are you going for that gate? No.
No.
It is 10 seconds till night time, and unfortunately, it's too quick.
They were going to wait until it came to nighttime, but
That's pretty devastating if you're VP, right? Like, posturing top and BetBoom just kind of laugh in your face and just do it. Oh,
first
no.
proactive thing they've tried to do all game, and it just doesn't work.
Oh.
Ouch. All right, Hex on Toronto, Tokyo. Picked up right before that last fight.
I think at least what we're learning from VP is they have an incredible amount of resilience.
They really do. They don't have plans this evening either, I can tell you that much.
No, they don't. I think, though, if you are a BetBoom fan, though, you should be, I'd argue, a little bit worried right now. For a stack that just came off of TI, didn't make any roster changes. I know the region's very competitive, but they have kind of struggled on their path to this position. And if they are to qualify, the time before they do fly out to Kuala Lumpur, I think they do need to find some improvements for sure. Like, this wasn't the cleanest run, and yeah, we'll see. Of course, they still need to kill that Ancient and get the tickets in their email box. But
getting the post-game show done early.
Yeah. We're I'm pretty sure the producer already knows what our segment is going to be for the post game.
Yep. Even that one guy in chat who was believing in VP all this time may be doubting at this point. Nightfall kills off the range barrack. Relative ease. They get the megas. Do they commit? No, they do not. They farm up some more. Because why wouldn't you? Rapier on Squadix. He can purchase it if he can somehow get to a secret shop. Might want to consider sending the courier to the enemy secret shop, perhaps. Because I don't think yours will survive if you take it to your own. Thing is, it's really not going to bring down this TB. It's really not going to bring down the Spirit Breaker. You got to look at the Storm Spirit or something like that. He has the Yule Scepter though, so it's still a pretty decent answer to the Dream Coil. Wow, Squadix.
Oh, they're jumping in.
Yeah, Squadix tried to go manually to the secret shop to buy it. That's not going to work out.
That's a nice way of describing it, I guess.
Aegis, 2 minutes left. They want to make a play for the end? Or do you want to just not?
I think it's
all right, here we go.
Okay, come on, BetBoom. You've got
Woo,
just before the
up.
60-minute mark strikes. They walk up to the high ground. I will set the scene for you, Nomad.
Thank you very much. Build that narrative,
Save.
King.
Has the war, has the sentry wrapping around the right-hand side.
Go.
They see the TA walking back and
gliding
forth
through the tree line.
1-3-5 TA.
Wow. If anyone shows on this ward, they're going to get spanked like a naughty child.
Do your homework, kids.
Noted. They go on him. They find the DK. Look at the damage coming down onto that boy. He is gone. Buyback available and used immediately. The puck has managed to buy the rapier, so he can do some serious damage in this fight as the Dark Boy tries to take down the TB from the sidelines. They've lost the Muerta already. And BetBoom, they're running for the hills. Goodness gracious. We lost one hero. We couldn't possibly keep fighting. And they will leave.
DK brought back. All right. Wait
it's
for
a win,
spells to come
boys.
back up and do it again.
Just do that 5 more times. Everyone uses
Terrorblade
buyback.
is doing it with Terror Wave though. Don't forget, like this isn't meta getting used. This is a Terror Wave getting used. And of course, Murta did die, but when Murta respawns, you play it again, and VP, they're like, all right, guys, bit of numbers advantage. We bought back. Let's try and force that Murta buyback.
Yeah. I mean, they have Rapier Puck as well. This ain't no joke.
Oh, they nearly saw the TV, but with the Aegis as well, probably wouldn't be the best hero to go for.
Sniffs him out. Ooh, didn't see him with the cover of Silver Edge.
Sometimes you don't really want to find a hero, right? Like you find this Terrorblade, Spirit Breaker charges across map, some like zip from base or something. It's a bit spook, and the Rapier has been picked
for 20
up
seconds
by the puck. That is a crucial pickup. They're out hunting. Can they find... They're going to find the TB and the Storm, potentially.
Could be perfect. This could be perfect.
Oh, the trees!
Oh, they've all run away from each other. It's too scary.
It's so close.
Well, did they see each other? Did they not see each other? I actually don't think they did.
Like, one walked up, one walked down, and those pesky trees... They're going to probably have to get nerfed in the next patch. That was way too game-winning.
Yeah, trees need to be transparent.
Okay.
Glass trees.
Right. Tier 5 items, boys. Gotta hype them up.
Woo! We're going to start things off with a Hat of the Pirate for...
Bring back that 50k gold lead, baby. One bounty rune at a time. He's got an Octa rune as well.
Get digging. Oh, yeah. High value digging.
Oh, terribly getting the Ex Machina. That is... double BKB, double Satanic, double Blink, double Silver Edge. Very, very spooky.
Yeah, it's got the Refresher Orb in the backpack as well, so make that 3 rounds.
All of BetBoom have their tier 5s. Both, so Storm, Water, and Spirit Breaker all pondering on their choices right now. It was Book of Shadows on an 8 for a little bit more survivability. Meteor Hammer for
Pirate Hat Puck. Oh my god, they got double Pirate Hats.
Okay, alright.
I mean,
Storm can do some zip plays now. Look, he's got the Fallen Sky.
Oh yeah, cool. But Dream Coil Pirate Hat. That's gonna be insane. He's gonna attack
Pretty
so
cool.
fast. Does anyone survive that? I don't know.
We'll find out in a minute. We're gonna have that beautiful opportunity. They're down 52,000 gold. Dota Plus gives them a 1% chance of winning this game, but VP, they think they've got a 10%, a 20%, a 30%, because they've not given up at all. Do we have any other good tier 5s coming in? No. No. We don't yet, really. Mirror Shield on Water and Force Boots on Spirit Breaker. Of course, Spirit Breaker doesn't have boots anymore, so it helps out quite a lot. So I think overall, I'd give like a 6.5 out of 10 for BetBoom's tier 5s. Maybe even like 7.5.
So, modest.
Yeah. If
So far
VP
for
can get
VP,
5 pirate hats, then I think we got a game on our hands.
I think we might. That's a real comeback.
Okay, Willow goes for the Force Boots. So 2 pirate hats and a Force Boots.
Yeah. There's really only one support on each side. In fact, that's only one support in the game.
Is that FNG?
No, Toronto, Tokyo. He's not clicking anyone. Grimstroke, he's got the Ags, so he's like, he is a support, but he's also not. So he has a potential to, yeah, carry.
TA picked up the Mirror Shield,
Very nice, very nice.
so at least can reflect one spell and
Hello.
look at Storm. That's all he's going to be doing. Zip in, Fallen Sky, zip out. These towers, they are going to fall.
This is how it
Pretty
ends.
sure yeah.
Not with a large team fight, not with explosive plays, not with death and destruction, but just zips and hammers.
Luckily, the Ancient won't die to this. It'll just be the tier 4s, but that will then simplify BetBoom's aggression, right? Because it'll be walk in, hit Ancient, fortify, reset, go again. You'd
Another
like to
pirate hat!
think-
Holy moly!
Wait, they got 3?
Oh, they silenced him? I mean, he's been
Oh,
leashed,
hold
but he's
up.
going to be able to wind waker
gotta
out of
go.
it, and he should be okay. Zip.
Ooh.
Zip. Homie's okay. Ooh, okay. Maybe this isn't as free as we thought. The trap caught him out with the silence, forced the BKB, and then the coil was down, so...
But they have 3 pirate hats. Let's ignore the fact Storm nearly died. They
Oh, let's watch that
2,000 gold
50k
already.
gold advantage disappear in an instant. Going to 49 any minute now.
Dude, when it does, though, that's the beginning for VP.
Yo, there we go, 49.
Let's go, baby! Pirate hat, pirate hat, pirate
48. It's disappearing before our very eyes.
hat. It's like turbo mode suddenly. What, this is on...
No, back up.
If BetBoom lose this, they're like disbanding or making roster changes. Like, I'm just going to put it out there.
Forfeiting the qualifiers.
Oh, God. Cool. I'm hearing sounds. Okay, Spirit Breaker.
That's just pure. The one guy who's actually been able to see enemy heroes.
For my coffers. Double damage.
Oh, Wisdom Rune. 2,500 XP. Cool. It's not even that much for this point in the game, to be honest with you.
No.
Roshan. Oh,
think
he's
the
going to
key
have a
thing now
bad
is
time
just-
when he respawns. Because it's night time. He'll just run to the other side of the map.
That is too.
And Roshan spawns top, so that's a refresher.
Yep. I mean, at this point in the game, they all have ags, right?
Yes, yes,
Mortar
yes.
does not.
Mortar doesn't.
Bound.
A doesn't, but again,
but-
A doesn't really click. So, in regards to effective ags, then yes, they have all the effective ones. VP, they've survived during the DK buyback. He does have the AoE Dragon Tail, which, when you're thinking about ancient defenses and clutch plays, like that will come in handy. Being able to stun up both the TB and his illusions, prevent that damage coming in. Like, oh, no, okay, Knight's going for it. Knight's finally going for the Revenant's Brooch.
Oh, okay.
That is a very important item in the ultra late game because of course
Yep.
it converts your damage to magic damage. TB high armor hero, why it's very good against the TA. If you
Yeah.
look on TB right now, he has 79% physical resistance. but only 35.
That's a lot. That's not
So
a lot.
that is a big shift in what damage he would take if he was able to. Okay, just updated, so I look like a fool. Wait a second. Your stats show different stats to mine.
Don't
Okay,
worry
mine
about
just
it.
updated now.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, that's really worrying. We both looked at the exact same time. Okay, what are you saying? Okay, we're now even, but there was like
I'm
10 seconds
68
where we're out of
physical
sync.
resist, so
Oh.
yeah, I'm entirely different.
Oh, Pure running up.
He certainly is. Yeah, I mean, the puck could be in some trouble. No, he's fine.
It's fine.
Bye.
Everyone on Dire has buyback. Everyone in the game nearly has buyback.
Except A, who doesn't give a shit. You bad boy. Ancient Apparition, Pos 5, Toronto,
gonna
Tokyo.
do?
Playing by his own rules. Telling everybody else to say buyback probably, but not doing it himself.
BetBoom have just been choking VP for nearly 47 minutes now, it feels like.
Yeah, it feels like VP are into it or something, because they
Kinda.
don't want it to end.
And I'm getting paid to watch it. I'm like 7,000 guys just doing it for free.
Oh man, Rapier on the TV if he wants it. I mean, he's queued it up, but he's got like 12,000 gold. My boy, you can have anything you want. Even if you don't want it right now, just buy it and lock it in your inventory, dude.
The gold lead's now 39,000. These pirate hats are really doing it.
They really are, yeah. They're bringing it back. How many do they have? 3?
Oh my god, this graph is so good. Since like 50 minutes, it's just 99% win chance to BetBoom. But the gold lead is just slowly teetering down. It doesn't matter though, because BetBoom are in the base. Let's focus up. But look at it. It's a flat line for Dota Plus and
The
BetBoom.
sneak.
They are deep. They are real
The
deep on the
ward's
back line.
coming down, they don't
find
see it. Knight, he's going to get
everyone.
caught out immediately, stun onto the two of them. These are going to have to be forced buybacks very quickly from the TA and the DK. GPK starting to get to workers. Willow and go really far around on the side here, trying to find some entry into the fight. Can't really do it though. Puck is looking to TP in to help out here with Sayu, who's all alone at the moment, seeing if he can get a call down onto Tokyo. He will. That's going to absolutely annihilate the poor old Toronto Tokyo, though he actually can't finish the job. Toronto Tokyo is doing fine. They're on the front sides. Knight, he's in trouble. He doesn't have buyback if he dies here, but he does get himself blink back into the fountain. He's fine for the time being. BetBoom. Do they keep this going? Noticed on top of the Ancient. He's going to be okay as they chase forwards here. Puck caught out in some trouble. Here he is going to lose his life. Drops a Rapier, but takes down the Poil with him. And 6 going to drop as well. Sayu takes him out with the Terrorizers. Rapier back into the hands of the Puck. Now, it feels like a decent defense from VP, but they've used a lot of buybacks for this. In theory, just do it one more time on BetBoom, and it could all be over.
They used 4 buybacks on VP, everyone but Grim. And the key thing, it was beautiful from BetBoom. They wrapped through the top side under the cover of smoke, deep near, right next to their fountain to then initiate. Like VP, they were positioned behind the Ancient, in between the fountain. Like they had very, very defensive positioning. They just didn't respect that potential smoke. But BetBoom, they've done it before. This is the second time they've executed to snipe the high ground in this way. So you got to ask yourself for VP, they need to position a little bit better. Maybe have someone to cushion that initiation. Sacrifice one, but not all. It was just a masterclass on how to take the late game fight. And once you get past 60 minutes, you're in a whole nother realm. People don't scrim for this. People don't practice this. This is just intuition and what to do. And of course, it's a lot easier for BetBoom with the advantage. But yeah, VP, 4 buybacks used, all on cooldown for 6 minutes. Can they survive? Can they get to another round? BetBoom might be waiting for the Aegis, which will be at least another 3.5 minutes, so half of that buyback time. Fortification is still available.
GPK is, he's up to shenanigans.
So much more.
Oh, he's given up on shenanigans.
Even the Dark
still
Widow has a
shenanigans
Revenant's
a
Brooch,
bit.
by the way. I just saw it on screen. I was just clicking
Okay,
around and I
that's
saw it
big.
and I look and Airson seeing it as well. Like, yeah, FNG's got a refresher. Like, items are coming into play. I think the main thing for VP, they're clawing back their net worth because of the triple pirate hat. The triple pirate hat, I repeat. But it doesn't matter because the speed in which BetBoom kill heroes, they just need someone to tank it. And it's so hard. Like, you kind of need DK to be that hero. it doesn't help that DK is the only front line, right? You've got like 4 cannons behind you and a DK.
4 cannons behind you and a DK. Pretty much it. I'm not sure if FNG is a cannon, but we'll take it.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Look at his glow up. He had brown boot sags at 40 minutes. Now look at him.
Careful who you bully in high school.
There we go.
They might just turn out to be GigaChat FNG Rags Refresher.
If BetBoom smoke and do the exact same play 3 times in a row, then... Whew. And it's 37 gold lead. Like... It is... I really want it just to go back to 0. Like, it's so unlikely, but... The Dota fan in me just wants to see just the joy of the late game. Every 30 seconds they are printing money and they're hugging the fountain. Look at them. It looks like they're just spawning into the game.
I do want to point out we did have a game. Muerta Rapier, cool. We did have a game where they didn't leave high ground and they won.
Yeah. I think this is maybe their last smoke available though for Dire, and they've used it just to stand. Okay, they got one more actually. So they've used one smoke to stand, but actually a nicely timed one because BetBoom, they're doing the same play again. They're smoked up, they're charging in. FNG, the only one with buyback, tanking that initiation.
Yep, this is probably best case scenario for the side of Virtus.pro. He can buy back and is going to do so in just a second as a TB initiates hard onto the Dark Willow. Willow somehow they're not going to get it. 125 seconds with no Willow. A real opportunity shows itself for the side of BetBoom. Notice taking some heavy hits here from the Muerta. She's got the Rapier, so you can't stand and fight her. Refresher up used as well. She just stands her ground, bullying them right now. Ancient being hit. Fortification comes out. Muerta stunned, but she's just trying to hold them back so that her team can deal with the big building in the middle. But look at GPK bouncing around, holding them back. TP, though, he can't do it by himself. Squadix brings it down. It's so low. Surely they can finish the game right now. GPK doing his best, and he will. The game ends.